Myself, Dan Tortora, DT, here with you every first and third Wednesday of each month inside of our LeMoyne Multimedia Marketing Partnership through Dan Tortora Broadcast Media and Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Each episode we get to talk about something fun and exciting, but before we do that, Bob, it's always good to see you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Enjoy spending time with you, Dan, as always.
And we have the opportunity today to speak on some new initiatives that you've been working on and some faculty and student-centric things that we get to do here that are really taking LeMoyne Athletics and connecting the student body in a special way, and at the same time bringing school and athletic programs together through the faculty side. So I'd love to start with wherever you'd like to go with this.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. We're really excited about these initiatives. We wanted to, first of all, engage the talent on this campus. I knew there would be a great deal of talent when I arrived here in areas that we probably had areas of need. And we have a thin staff in terms of numbers, not in terms of talent, but certainly in terms of numbers. So we needed to be very innovative and creative in trying to utilize our resources in the best manner possible. So we were able to build, in essence, 2 student staffs, numbering about 16 students that help us now in the athletic department. One staff is dedicated to creative services, so that's design, video. We put up a billboard right down the street, and they designed the billboard for us, and schedule cards, and a host of different things. And then the other student staff is our marketing and promotion staff. We have 8 students there that help us with in-game promotions at basketball games, and help us in the spring with lacrosse games, help us drive some promotions and initiatives to try to help bring people to the games. We figured who better to tap into the brain power than the students of what students are thinking and what would motivate them to come out to Ted Grant Court and support our basketball team. So we're really excited about both of those initiatives. It's collaboration across campus. It's working very closely with leadership here on the faculty side of things. Matt Reed in the communications department was integral in helping us arrange some students to start the creative services division, and Professor Margie Erlin has been very helpful on the marketing side to help us attract a great stable of talented young people to help us on the marketing promotion side. So it's really a true collaboration between the faculty here at LeMoyne and the athletic department.
You know, you bring up so many different things with that in the sense of, I mean, it's beautiful because I've worked almost 20 years in the world of sports, and to do that here at 18 years, as we're talking right now, seeing everything that I've seen, I have not seen an athletic department reach out to its student body, not just its student athletes, but its student body as a whole, the way that you have, and to the faculty and say, hey, you know, we want you to be a part of this. We want you to know them, we want them to know you, because there are a lot of universities and colleges that function where here's athletics, here's academia, and they're not together, which is ironic because a student athlete is both, yet they're put over here and everything else is over there. Since you've come in, you really tried to unify this entire campus, and I think that's important to talk about.
Yes, thanks, Dave. It was an initiative. It was a goal of mine when I talked to the folks here at LeMoyne during the interview process a year ago. Right now, last November, I talked about the need to try to collaborate and bring the 2 aspects of a university together. That our number one priority will always be, without fail, to support the educational mission of the institution. And that's not just words. That's how I feel, and I think any school that is aligned properly, that's their number one priority. So that will always be mindful for us. Any initiative, anything step that we take to advance our program, it will be in our mind to help advance the mission, the academic mission of the institution. That's number one. And number 2, I really want to build relationships. You know, I think athletics is a relationship field, and I think it's so important when you're on a campus like LeMoyne that you have really tight and strong relationships with your faculty members. And the other, one of our other initiatives is our Faculty Athletic Affiliates program that we just launched here in the last several weeks, and working with Dr. Sean Ward, our faculty athletic rep, and our new provost, Jim Hannon, has been integral in this operation, and Travis Newton, our faculty senate chair. Something like we had at West Point. We have something at West Point called an officer representative program, And every athletic program has a senior military officer assigned to that team, and then a staff underneath that head officer representative to help serve as mentors, advisors, tutors, guides travel with the teams. So I felt it was really important to try to model something similarly here at LeMoyne, or to me, I thought it should be a model on a national basis where you assign a faculty member with each team. And that's what we've done here. And we have faculty now. We have 9 faculty members that volunteered, so we'll have a faculty member assigned to every one of our winter teams and every one of our spring teams as we move forward. And it's about building those relationships. It's about showing the connectivity between academia and athletics. It's about creating ambassadors across campus for the athletic department. And it's also about our athletes seeing the other side of faculty as well and understanding their time demands and what goes into being a faculty member. So I think it's a win-win. It's something that we're really excited about, and I think it'll continue to evolve and grow over time here at LeMoyne.
What are the duties and responsibilities of the faculty members that are assigned to each team?
It's really open-ended, Dan. At West Point, it was they were an administrative piece for us when they were on the road. It was really to represent the military, and those individuals would sit on our team benches. They would be in our dugouts. They're on the sidelines. So they're there for a perception standpoint, but more importantly, they're there as sort of mentors and advisors for our cadet athletes at West Point, for their cadet athletes when they have questions about their future career path or their current academic model. I wanted to set up something very similar here, but leave it a little bit more open-ended and allow each faculty member to kind of build that relationship and take it where they want to go. They're invited to go to practice every day. If they want to sit on the team bench or on the sidelines, or they're welcome to do that. It's really not a defined job description, if you will. There is a general job description, and it's the things that we've just spoken about. But in terms of the specificity of it, because there is this independent piece where every faculty member may have a different schedule, right? And we don't want to force a job description that might preclude people from being able to participate. The main goal, though, is for them to be present, for them to serve as advisors, if a tutor, if it's in their area of expertise, or if not, maybe the ability to connect with someone else on the faculty academically in a class. So it's all those types of things. It's really open-ended, and I'm hoping that as certain faculty members right now that are in the program, they'll build this program, they'll evolve, and then we hope that it'll attract others on campus as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to have such an avenue. I mean, if I was a professor and they said, hey, we're going to assign you to whatever it may be, but, you know, if they said, you know, hey, if you came to me and said men's basketball or women's basketball, and I played basketball my whole life, to have the opportunity to do something like that and say, okay, I'm not playing, I'm not a coach, but I get to be a part of this team, I would be the one going to every practice. But I think the great thing about it is you get as much out of it as you want to get out of it.
That's exactly right. And
so you have, I'm sure that you'll have, you know, faculty that will really jump in, and then you'll have faculty that may feel like, hey, I don't have time for this, I can't do this, and then maybe they see somebody else and say, oh, you know, you got something from this, you pulled something away from that. And, you know, I think creating the bridge, what I've learned in life is that everybody has to take personal responsibility. You can make the bridge, you can't force them to cross it, but you're making the bridge. Because if you didn't make the bridge, why would someone come down from teaching a science class and walk into practice? So now the bridge is there, and now you're hoping that people will go back and forth on it.
Yeah, it's a great analogy, Dan, and it goes back to even this fall. We had a barbecue, a faculty barbecue with all of our head coaches and our staff members, and I invited all the faculty from around campus to join in that day. Yeah. And again, to try to build that bridge and really to develop relationships. It was an opportunity for me as a new staff member, as the athletic director here, to get to meet a number of our faculty. But it also, I wanted to send a message that it's all about one team, one fight, and we want to be a great partner across campus, not just siloed down here in the athletic world, that we want to be present, we want to be visible, we want to be tremendous partners, and we want to collaborate as much as possible, all with a singular mindset, with that singular goal of advancing the mission of the college.
And for the student side of the initiative, saying that you have about 16 students working with you right now, what have they done to elevate what you're working to do?
Yeah, that's a great word, and we talk about that all the time, elevate. And they've been instrumental in our ability to tell the stories of our student athletes. I think that is my biggest focus. Was we have tremendous stories on this campus, and we have limited resources by which to help tell those stories. So it's everything from our social media platform designs, graphics, to telling those stories. So we have a new initiative that I'm really proud of. It's called Scaling the Heights, and it runs bi-monthly right now, so twice a month, and it's a completely student-generated initiative. We have these are long feature stories, and they focus on the student athlete doing great things both on their court or on their playing field or their field of choice, and then in their other side of their life. We did a story on Lexi Petritis, who I know you featured earlier this year, who's a volleyball player and a nurse. We just did a story on Brianna Rett, who, great story. Her sister tragically killed in an accident. She was a rower at Holy Cross in her fellow Jesuit institution. And Brianna, her younger sister, is a freshman here at LeMoyne, and they had this tremendous fundraising initiative going on to build a gym in her sister's name. And we told that story, but the stories are written for the most part by students. The Brianna Rett story was written by one of our staff members, but we have student writers, we have student photographers, we have a student who lays out and designs the format, because we have a special format that we put it in. So I'm really proud about that Scaling the Heights feature for us. And again, it's telling the stories. We have a billboard that we put up right down the road here to trumpet our basketball home games, and the designs developed by a student. All of our billboard designs. We put schedule cards out for our basketball team. Again, the design, the layout, all the work done by students. We meet weekly. We talk about different initiatives. We ask for volunteers because I don't feel comfortable assigning work to students that already have heavy workloads. Yeah. And then whoever can, raise their hand and say they can take that on that week, they take on that responsibility that week. And it's the same thing with the marketing and promotions team. We have a group of 8, and we're hoping to have 2 or 3 that work every single basketball game and help us operate our in-game promotions. And then we have brainstorming sessions, right, where we ideate and come up with theories and ideas and thoughts on things that might work to help generate interest and attendance at our games.
Yeah, and all this is taking a community, making it smaller, bringing it closer together, and improving the experience. Because I know, when you're growing up and you're learning and you want to gain as much as you possibly can, to have these opportunities with these student initiatives, this is something that's going to pay off dividends for them, because they're going to be able to put it on a resume. They're going to be able to go to a business and say, I've already done these things. I got asked a question before, like, do you know how to edit? I was like, I know how to do 9 different things plus editing. And so to have that, on the student side is such a beautiful part. And then for the faculty, it's to really expand their reach and expand their connection, because maybe this is, maybe some of these student athletes are their students, maybe they're not. And so I think what it's really doing is it's making LeMoyne's community smaller while building the brand of LeMoyne. So you're making something smaller while making something bigger, and all at the same time really just improving the life of each of us here walking around this campus. And I think that goes such a long way, because like you said about the students, like you said about the faculty, you take as much as you want on, you do as much as you feel comfortable doing. So it's really on you to do it. But if you do, as I've learned in life, when you take this stuff on and you do challenge yourself, the relationships you build beyond everything else can last forever.
No question about it. And we have to be creative here. We have limited resources. So on top of all the great things you just stated, selfishly, we're gaining great content. Yeah. Right? Where our students are generating tremendous content. They're working events for us, so we're not in a situation where we're either shorthanded or have to go out and look for outside help. There's this feeling of ownership, as you mentioned, feeling of community. So for us, it was really an innovative approach to problem solving, looking at things from through a different lens, and I've been really pleased with our results so far. I think it's a win-win, and solely on the content that's been generated, I think it's been a tremendous asset to the athletic department. Not to even talk about the relationships and the secondary effects that you're going to have by having involvement from a whole different group of students that might not have had ties to athletics before, but now have this great ownership. And when they leave LeMoyne, you hope that that's just one other reason that they're going to stay connected to their alma mater.
Yeah, just people helping people.
That's what it's all about.
You know, so with that being said, for these new initiatives that we have here at LeMoyne College, brought to you in the era of Bob Beretta and all the work that you've done since you've come here, we appreciate everything that we've seen from the athletic department. We want to thank Bob, want to thank Linda Lemira, and everyone at LeMoyne College, including the students, the faculty, and the student athletes. Bob, as always, fins up.
Fins up. Have a great day, Dan.
Appreciate it.